February 23rd, 11:56 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ahdurin region, brought to you by me, Ahdurin, speaking in a very weird voice. If you want to know about this playlist, who this character is, and anything else, check the playlist in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe, do other things. I'm going to stop doing this voice now. Hello everyone, welcome back. So, like I said, if you want to check out the playlist in the description below, you can to catch up, like, comment, subscribe. We are about to take a 30-minute recess. Maybe. I actually have no idea what's going to go on. Unlike the other cases, I literally don't have any clue what these are going to be. So let's find out. Um, Mr. Wright. Huh? What? Are trials always like this with you? Unfortunately, the answer is yes. Like you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake, about to reach the surface. No matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there. Yeah, pretty much. Except today, we're swimming in quicksand, so that's different. Anyway, so what happened to your sister? Anyway, apparently she got called up to the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth. So, this is where we turn this trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth. No one is starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Hola, partner? Hey, it's Mr. Marshall. They say you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a youngin', at least. Officer Marshall. Thought I'd come and take a look-see at how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They've got the home ranch locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. That hard to slip out, huh? What is going on over there anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. You don't say. Now don't that just beat all? I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day, too. She was wearing a red muffler. What? At the award ceremony that afternoon. Edward seen it too, I reckon. Wait, what? I'm so confused. In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf, though. So, Miss Starr wasn't mistaken? Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you've got to grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes you just got to let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. I'm not sure how you said that while drinking, but sure. Oh boy, I have a bad feeling about this. So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Ooh. It's not steak. We're swimming literally through, I don't know, swimming through concrete at this point, or cement. There you go, that's a better example. I, for the first time in a while, missed the actual thing. February 23rd, etc. I'd like to resume. What's up? Judge keeps looking over the prosecution. Edgeworth looks perturbed. Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow, those grinning teeth, those watery eyes. It's more your eyes are unfocused. You're doubled over. Your back is bent. Judge out here spitting poetry. Can't be. This can't happen. I wonder what happened to Mr. Edward. I am wondering too, Emma. I have no idea what's going on. Well then, I believe it is time we continued on with this trial. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable. It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. Excuse me, knock knock, I don't know who this is. Who's there? I don't know who this is, but he's got some music. What's with this guy? Strange, stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. What majestic music. Hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. How did you figure that out? How does that work? Never mind, Emma. Who on earth is he? Oh, it's you. Hello? Oh, oh. I'm like, is my game just broken or something like that? Ooh, I need a voice for you. What voice would I give you? Wait, what? This is like standard music or something. What? I'm very confused. Anyway, so a guy that's way too serious and yet non-serious at all. Sorry to up late, Deji. The roads were packed. It's just me. Long time no see, eh, Uji? Uji? How you been? Swim much these days? Hello. No, I've been so busy. Busy, Smidgy Uji, my boy. You gotta make time to relax. Yes, indeed. Uji seems to be his nickname for the judge. I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid that you're right. Sorry, but who are you? Aha! So you're Righto, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son. Uh, thanks? So sorry about our little worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly. Little worthy? Mr. Wright, you don't know the district chief of police. This is the chief of police? Chief of police? He's a top-ranking police officer in the entire district. Oh. Name's Gant. Damon Gant. Pleased to meet you, everyone. So, what do we owe this honor today? Been over 2 years since you last came to the courtroom. This courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. Hey, that's my sister's muffler. Miss Star wasn't just seeing things. The crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler. But to think that it was stuffed in that exhaust pipe. On Little Worthy's car, no less. He seems very patient. It's really quite embarrassing, even for us. What's this? It's what you call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this.
Objection!
Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth. How could they miss such a vital piece of information, of evidence, of stuff? Your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Now, wait a minute, Worthy. I've no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature, is there? Miles Edgeworth. But it's not fair. The day of the crime I had... Your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. It's the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. You know, this is the first time for me, too. Actually, no, maybe there's once before. This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. Gah. The court accepts this new evidence. But I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Yep. Just to be sure, I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honor. I don't see why not. Could you open it up for me, I wonder? Yes, well, I think all you would have to do is push that switch and... If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore. Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I can't do the pointing thing. You know, the whole, like, wind attack thing. Come on, just hurry up and open it. All right, Emma. I'm not controlling anything right now, so... Oh, now I control things. Okay. I'm presuming I'm just going to click some buttons here. Can I accidentally examine this really closely to see if there's anything? Oh, I can examine things. There's a small tag on this knife. It seems to say SL92. What does that mean? Well, it's something similar. DL6 of DL6 incident fame. But it's strange. Huh? What is? I'm not certain, but I get the feeling I've seen this somewhere before. Letters like this, or letters that looked a lot like this, somehow. Huh. Alright, can I, is there anything else I can examine really quickly before I'm assuming this is gonna unlock it, so before I do want to see if there's anything else. Examine the inside of it? No, it looks like it's just the tag itself. There's nothing here. I guess we'll just open it. Don't scare me like that. I'm the one who's scared. Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off. This dark red stain. What? Well, now we've got a switchblade knife. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself.
I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutors and the police and this knife?
Sure thing. Not a problem. Not even a little one, really.
Why am I more concerned? Department in disorder. Alright, let's go.
This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. It was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department, see? What a mess. The time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? Not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it.
There was a murder at the police department. A detective.
It's hush-hush information, Uchi. Haven't exactly announced it yet.
Objection!
Wait a second. You said 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Crowd's like, oh, yo, this crowd's getting a lot of gossip.
Order!
Anyway, we at the department were all flustered, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay?
I think we understand the police department situation. Well, Mr. Wright.
2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places. Chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness.
Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand.
All right, let's go for pressing everything. See what up. Excuse me, special?
Mm-hmm. Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else.
Might the special thing be this little tag?
Oh, sorry, Righto. I can't say that now. Not that.
We've established that the knife in the we've established that the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife. Now, why was there another knife at the scene of the crime?
It's quite a mystery.
Like a mystery, it's wrapped in something. A muffler.
This is evidence to prove a connection. Oh, okay, hold on. This knife was found at the scene, on the scene of our crime. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you?
There's a lot of things that go on at the department I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Righto.
Maybe there's something about the knife that will give us a clue. Let's examine that knife while we can, Righto. Why are you calling me Wright? Righto. Evidence that links this knife to Goodman. I think perhaps the pieces are falling into place. I should try presenting the piece of evidence that had me stumped all this time. So, how were things down at the department? Alright, so I'm guessing that it's, whatever we're presenting is based on that initial one. Anyway, bad day. Something happened at the police department too, huh?
You got a good look in your eyes there, Righto, my boy. Sharp, hungry.
So, something did happen. Why wasn't I informed?
Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? No matter, I understand. You were busy, with Lana's case and all.
Hold on, well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? Detective was killed at the police department. What a mess. On the same day that the detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot. Another detective was killed at the police department?
That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Edgy?
I'm at a loss for words.
And the perpetrator, do you have a suspect?
Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested them, in fact.
Just arrested. That was quick.
But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help right out.
Suppose I could help if you help me by giving me data on your case.
Ooh, good one. This gets sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only.
How the victim killed was we kind of know this. Actually, no, we absolutely know how the victim was killed. The victim was killed with a knife. When the victim was killed died, it's at 5:15. So where the victim was found is the one thing we don't know yet. So tell me, where was the victim found?
Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department.
Evidence room.
You wouldn't know about the evidence room, would you, Righto?
Can't say I've heard of it. Guess I should ask you once I learn more about this evidence. I feel like, don't you know what the evidence room is? Or did we go somewhere else to pick up the evidence? In other cases, anyway.
There's something stranger about that than this was the place where the body was found. The time of the crime, 5:15. There you go and say.
5:15. But that's when Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office.
What?
Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's place and a murder at our place at the very same time. What are the chances?
Yeah, I'm just as confused as right now. Coincidence. It's just my gut feeling, but I'd say there's a 0.001% chance of that happening. Thank you, Emma, for the stats. As my coworker says, this ain't accurate. Chief, can't please tell us more about that incident because I am confuddled.
I'm officially linked to this case here, so I can't talk much about it.
Alright, hold up. How can you say there's no connection?
How? Because I'm the chief of police. Can't just say anything I please right out. You understand?
Try to understand, Righto.
Well, if you can prove there is a connection, more power to you. Maybe there is something that ties the two murders together.
Whatever it is, I better find it and get to the bottom of this. 2 detectives were killed at 5:15. One at the prosecutor's office and one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence. And that knife. What was it doing there? Better check this knife out. Oh, and we go back to the beginning. Okay. Okay, so is the second one here, unless there's evidence to prove a connection between the two. Do we have anything that proves a connection between these? Not gonna be that. That doesn't help. That doesn't help. That doesn't help. That doesn't help. Anything? Did I check this out? I think I've got it. I think it's this. I think it's gonna be this. I'm gonna go with this, yeah. Wait a second.
At last, an honest-to-goodness objection.
This knife. This has to have something to do with Detective Goodman.
What do you mean?
An honest-to-goodness? What do you mean, Promoji? This is great.
Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92.
And this is important. Why?
Over here, we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim.
What's this? 6 minus S7 S12-2?
Your Honor, it's upside down.
Upside.
The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around, and what do you get? 221 SL9.
Oh,
Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down.
SL9. That's the same thing that's written on the knife's tag.
Crowd, 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 crowd. That's my new crowd noise, it's just background.
Order. Well, Chief.
Oh. Well. I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Righto.
I win? What game is this guy playing?
This knife was evidence in the case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room.
Okay, wait, no, we might as well get some information here. So this knife was stolen?
Yes, but on the day of the murder.
It was evidence, you say. Was it in fact a murder weapon?
Nice, nice, nice. Good show, Little Worthy. It was a murder weapon as it happened. It was evidence from a case long since solved.
This knife was stolen the day of the murder and was found in the exhaust pipe of Edward's car. I did think there isn't a connection there. It was a bad day for the department, and now we're just resetting things up. Okay. Okay. Is this the one that I want to press now? I'm pressing this now? Because there is a connection. You can say there's no connection.
How? Because I'm the chief of police. I can't say anything. I understand. Well, if you can prove the connection, more power to you. Maybe there's something that ties the murder together.
Wait, no, this is just the same thing again. Okay. Okay, so that was a bad day for the department. Detective was killed. Time. Okay, and this is just this again. Alright, where would I go here? Well, I don't think it's a coincidence anymore, is it? 5:15. That's the day when it was. Alright. Coincidence? This is just my gut feeling, but I'd say that's impossible to happen. Tell us more about that incident. Do I... I'm slightly confused right now. Hold up. Do you have to present something? Do I present here, I think? Maybe I present Goodman's note here? Wait, no, this is... Okay, let's go back through everything and see if there's anything that I can add. Alright, let's go back. Okay. Let's press everything and see if we can figure out everything. Stolen, yes, on the day of the murder. It was evidence. It was a murder weapon, long since solved. Alright, I think there wasn't a connection there. Okay. Something happened. Yep, we got this. The detective was killed. Yeah, the person, there was a suspect, just arrested them. All good. We said where the victim was found. Where's the victim found? It was evidence room. I have heard of that. Okay, this is new anyway. The evidence room. Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? This knife was evidence in the case. It was stolen from the... Here we go. Stolen from the department's evidence room. Alright, I wasn't sure where to go from there initially. There's a connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy. We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about the details. Okay, so now we can... I think we can do this now? Chief, the defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven.
You don't say. Well, out with it, Righto. What's your connection?
Yes, out with them, Mr. Wright.
The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had on him the case number of the evidence on the knife's evidence tag. And we also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room.
Indeed. There do seem to be too many connections for it to be coincidence.
Any comments, Mr. Gant?
You two make a good pair. Took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here.
Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department.
Yeah, that's the tricky part. Hasn't been announced yet and all.
Can we get the information unofficially?
Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all.
Wait, really? That worked? Who would have guessed? I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the police department. Sure. Please give me some information. If you're gonna tell us a little, why not tell us everything?
Well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly.
Oh well. Guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. Okay. If we get the ID number, we can get the individual themselves. Gender is not going to help too much. Division's not going to help too much. I think the ID number is probably... Okay. How about you tell me the victim's ID number?
Sure, why not? Not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that.
Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all.
You keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is...
Did you forget the number?
5842189.
Okay.
Well, that's quite long.
We have to remember these. Drives me nuts. 8.
I can't do it.
Didn't even get the first number right.
Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything?
The ID number of the victim at the police department. 5842189. I think this tells me something. I don't know what it is yet. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think.
Meaning?
It has to be what I think it is. What does this mean?
Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something. What does it tell you?
Oh, no, it's not. 5842189. It's Goodman's ID. Take that! Witness?
What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night.
No, I got confused. And this is news. Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing like you always do. Thanks, Edgeworth. I appreciate the police department and the prosecutor's office. 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here.
Oh, is it yours?
No, Your Honor, I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman.
Shame on you, Righto. Personal IDs are top secret.
Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189.
This means what exactly?
What?
Wait, that ID number we heard from the chief earlier. That started with 82. I've forgotten.
You didn't even get the first number right. Again. You get the same 2 wrong numbers. Anyway, the number the chief of the police gave us was 5842189.
Objection!
Wait a second, Wright. Does this... mean? That's what I want to know. The 2 ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that?
Oh, sharp as a tack, Righto. Sharp as a tack.
But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. I don't know why I didn't have the voice there.
He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot.
Yet, a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department. In the evidence room at the exact same time.
Objection!
That's impossible. So what we're saying is the same person was killed at the same time and in a completely different location? Edgeworth right now just having a mental breakdown like, what?
Order! Chief, what does this mean?
Objection!
No. I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of this case.
Now just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered.
Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case.
Wait. I said, wait. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight. Grave error? Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours.
What? How? How dare?
We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news.
Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait. We're gonna bring in Officer Meekins, right? Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. You don't mean him.
According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe.
But your officer, he told me. He said that report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky, isn't it?
Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right there on the top of the report.
God. Why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure that an officer was capable of making the connection. It seemed challenged. Emma, don't insult the officer. He's doing his best.
In any case, this is a serious error, a gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy.
Objection!
But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then I don't know if I like or dislike the fact that there's large pauses in between these. This is still going. There we go. No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy? What?
Now, what was the second rule of evidence law?
Mr. Wright? Huh? Oh, well, it's rule number 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. How is this rule relevant?
Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list.
So, what does this mean?
I could submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Wrighto over here. Good job, Wrighto, my boy.
Huh? I was just doing my job. No. No! I think we accidentally roasted Edgeworth. I'm not sure if this is a good thing or not.
It seems we have come to the end of this trial.
I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy, with all those rumors. You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December.
I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth, please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened, if it's the last thing I do.
You'd better get results this time. Really.
You have my profound apologies, sir. For Mr. Edgeworth.
I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of the court. I will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Whatever your punishment for this is,
For your sake, I hope it's not decisive.
very well. Court is adjourned.
We're just doing an extra long episode. To be continued. Oh, good. It is ending. While I enjoy playing this, I do want to put a stopping point at a regular time. That is the end of this episode. Super long one here, but we did go through a lot of Damon Gant stuff. Thank you very much for listening, watching, and supporting the Jordan region in any way, shape, or form that you do. And until next time, as you hear a car potentially going by, take care.